3 years after she left for her sick ex, she came back pregnant and homeless, begging me to take her back. I slammed the door in her face. I was halfway through helping Vera with her math homework when the doorbell rang. Tuesday evening, around 6:30. Henry was upstairs doing whatever 9-year-olds do when they're supposed to be reading. Vera had her worksheet spread across the kitchen table, tongue stuck out in concentration while she worked through multiplication problems. "I'll get it," I said, ruffling her hair as I passed. "Probably a delivery. Maybe the neighbor asking about the homeowners association meeting." I wasn't expecting anyone. I opened the door. Iris. My brain took a solid 3 seconds to process what I was seeing. 3 years. 3 years of absolutely nothing, and there she was, standing on my porch like she'd just run back from the corner store. Except she looked like hell. Her coat was thin, wrong for the weather. Cheap fabric that had seen better days. Her face was blotchy, mascara smeared under her eyes like she'd been crying for hours. And clinging to her leg, partially hidden behind her coat, was a toddler. Maybe 2 years old. Dark hair. Owen's kid, obviously. "Hi," she said. Her voice cracked on that single syllable. I didn't say anything. Just stood there, hand still on the door. "I know this is sudden," she started, words tumbling out fast like she'd rehearsed this. "I know you probably don't want to see me. But Owen passed away. 6 months ago. And I've been trying to figure things out on my own, but I can't." She stopped. Took a shaky breath. "I made a mistake. A huge mistake. And I finally see that now. I finally understand what I lost, what I threw away. The kids need their mother. I need..." "Stop," I said. She froze. I looked at her. Really looked at her. This woman I'd married 10 years ago, who'd left me 3 years ago for a man she barely knew anymore, who'd walked out on 2 children because she decided her college ex's terminal diagnosis was more important than her actual living family. The thing is, I wasn't angry. I'd been angry 3 years ago. I'd been furious, heartbroken, shattered. I'd spent months working through that rage in therapy, turning it into something productive, something that wouldn't poison my kids. Now? I felt nothing. Just cold clarity. "You need what?" I asked. "A place to stay? Money? Forgiveness?" Yes. All of that. "I know I hurt you. I know I hurt them. But we can start over. I'm their mother. You can't just erase that. People make mistakes, they deserve second chances." "Vera doesn't remember what you look like," I said. Iris flinched like I'd slapped her. "Henry stopped asking about you 2 years ago. Do you understand that? 2 years. He used to cry at night wondering why his mom didn't love him enough to stay. Now he doesn't wonder anymore. He's moved on." "Please," she reached for my arm. I stepped back. "I've been trying to call you," she said, desperation creeping into her voice. "I know you blocked my number, but I kept trying because I needed you to understand. Owen died and his family took everything. I have nothing. I'm staying in a motel. I can't afford." "You left this family in the dirt," I said. My voice was calm. Level. Final. "Crawl back to the one you chose." I shut the door. Not a slam, exactly. Just a firm, decisive close. The deadbolt clicked as I turned it. Through the window beside the door, I watched her stand there for a moment, stunned. Then her face crumpled and she sank down onto the porch steps, pulling the toddler into her lap. The kid started crying. Iris buried her face in her hands. Mrs. P from across the street slowed her evening walk, staring. The Johnsons' curtains twitched in their living room window. "Let them look." Iris sat there sobbing for 20 minutes. I went back to the kitchen. Vera looked up from her homework. "Who was it?" she asked. "Nobody important," I said. "How's problem 7 coming along?" She showed me her work. I praised her effort, corrected one mistake, and we moved on to problem 8. Through the window, I could still see Iris's shape on the porch. Eventually, she stood up, wiped her face, took the toddler's hand, and walked away. My phone buzzed in my pocket. Unknown number. I ignored it. Later that night, after the kids were in bed, my phone buzzed again. This time, a text from a number I didn't recognize. "I know you're angry, but I'm staying at the Crossroads Motel on Route 9. Room 114. Please. We need to talk about the kids. I have rights. Iris." I stared at that last part. I have rights. That word sat there on my screen, glowing in the dark bedroom. Rights. She thought she had rights. I blocked the number and tossed my phone on the nightstand. Rights. She wanted to talk about rights. I lay there in the dark, staring at the ceiling, and my mind dragged me back 3 years. Back to the night everything fell apart. I'd come home from a site inspection around 7. Long day dealing with foundation issues on a commercial project downtown. I was tired, looking forward to dinner with my family, Maybe watching a movie with the kids before bed. The hallway stopped me cold. 2 suitcases. Packed. Sitting by the front door. Iris? I called out. She appeared from the bedroom. Red eyes. Tissue in her hand. That's when I knew. You don't pack bags and cry unless you're leaving. Where are the kids? First thing out of my mouth. At your mom's. I told her we needed a night to talk. My stomach dropped. She'd planned this. Calculated it. Got the kids out of the house first. Sit down, she said. Please. I didn't sit. Just stood there in the hallway, still wearing my work boots, safety vest in my hand. I need to tell you something, she started. And I need you to try to understand. Just say it. She took a shaky breath. Owen reached out to me. 6 months ago. Owen. Her ex from college. The one who ghosted her senior year, broke her heart, left her a mess for months. I knew the story. She'd told me early in our relationship, back when we were still sharing our damage with each other. Okay, I said slowly. And? He's sick. Terminal. Cancer. He has no family, no one to help him, and he reached out because he didn't want to die alone. I felt something cold settle in my chest. You've been talking to him for 6 months? Not just talking. I've been visiting him. At the hospital. At his apartment. Helping him with appointments, for 6 months. I repeated it because I needed to hear it again. 6 months of lies. I didn't tell you because I knew you'd react like this. Like what? Like a husband who just found out his wife has been secretly spending time with her ex? It wasn't like that. Her voice rose. He was dying. He needed someone and she stopped. Closed her eyes. Feelings came back. I didn't plan it. I didn't want it to happen. But being with him, remembering what we had, I realized there's unfinished business. Things I need to stop. I held up my hand. Just stop talking and answer one question. She waited. Are you choosing him over your children? The silence stretched out. She opened her mouth. Closed it. Tears streamed down her face. It's not that simple, she finally said. You wouldn't understand. This isn't about choosing. It's about, he's dying. I can't live with myself if I don't do this. If I don't see this through. The kids are young, they'll adapt, we can figure out custody later, but I need to follow my heart right now. Follow your heart. I repeated her words back to her, tasting how hollow they sounded. Your heart is telling you to abandon a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old for a man who ghosted you a decade ago? You're making it sound. I'm making it sound exactly like what it is. She grabbed my arm. I know this is hard. I know I'm asking a lot. But please, try to understand. This is something I have to do. For me. For closure. He doesn't have long and I need. I pulled my arm away. Then go. She blinked. What, go? You've already decided. The bags are packed. You've been lying to me for half a year. You're standing here telling me you're choosing a dying ex over your living children. So go. I thought we could talk about. About what? About how you'll come back when he's dead? About how I'm supposed to explain to Henry why mommy left? No. You want to go, go. But the kids are coming home tomorrow morning, and if you're serious about this, you better not be here when they arrive. Her face crumpled. Please don't make this harder. I'm not making anything hard. You did this. You made this choice. Now own it. She stared at me for a long moment. Maybe waiting for me to break. To beg. To fight for her. I didn't. She picked up her bags. Pulled her wedding ring off her finger. Set it on the kitchen counter with a soft clink. Then she walked out the door. I stood in that hallway for an hour after she left. Didn't cry. Didn't call anyone. Just stood there, processing the fact that my marriage had just ended because my wife decided a ghost from her past was worth more than the family she built. 2 weeks later, I saw it through Felix. He'd found her social media, photos of her and Owen. His arm around her. Both of them smiling. The caption, miracles do happen. His latest scans came back clear. Remission. So grateful for second chances. #blessed. Remission. Not terminal after all. She'd left her family for a man who wasn't even dying. I filed for divorce the next day. She fought it initially, wanted separation instead, time to figure things out. My lawyer Thompson didn't give her time. Pushed hard. Eventually she signed. Gave up custody completely, said she needed a clean break to start her new life. Didn't even want visitation rights. The house, the savings, the kids, she signed it all over. Like she was erasing us from her life. The day the divorce was finalized, 2 years ago, she sent one text. I hope someday you'll understand I had to follow my heart. Take care of the kids. I'll reach out when things settle. She never did. Not for Henry's 7th birthday. Not for Vera's first day of kindergarten. Not for Christmas, not for anything. 3 years of absolute silence. Until last Tuesday, when she showed up at my door with Owen's kid and nowhere else to go. The first 6 months were hell. Henry cried himself to sleep for weeks. He'd ask questions I didn't have good answers for. Why did mom leave? When is she coming back? Did I do something wrong? That last one nearly broke me. I knelt down to his level one night, held his shoulders, and told him the truth in words a 6-year-old could handle. Mommy made a choice that hurt our family. That's not your fault. None of this is your fault. And I'm never going anywhere. Vera was easier in some ways, harder in others. She was only 3. Didn't fully understand why mommy stopped tucking her in. She'd point at family photos and ask where the lady went. After a few months, she stopped asking. I threw myself into being present. Every soccer practice. Every parent-teacher conference. Every school assembly where Henry had one line in the class play. I was there. My parents stepped up huge. Mom watched the kids when I had late site inspections. Dad taught Henry how to throw a baseball while I was finalizing the divorce paperwork. They never once said I told you so, even though mom had never fully trusted Iris. The divorce went through faster than I expected. Thompson, my lawyer, was a bulldog. When Iris tried to drag it out, tried to turn it into a trial separation, he shut that down immediately. Your client already moved in with another man, he told her legal aid attorney during mediation. She's posting photos with him on social media. There's no separation here, there's abandonment. Iris caved. Signed everything. Gave up custody without a fight in exchange for me not pursuing child support from her. She wanted it clean. Wanted to walk away with nothing tying her to us. Fine. I refinanced the house in my name only. She signed the quitclaim deed. Took her name off the mortgage, the title, everything. I got promoted that first year. Senior project manager. More responsibility, better pay, but also longer hours. I turned down projects that required overnight travel. My kids came first. Year 2, I started therapy. For me and for them. Henry needed help processing the abandonment. The therapist, Dr. Patel, was patient with him. Helped him understand that sometimes adults make selfish choices and kids suffer for it. Vera stopped drawing pictures of families with 4 people. Her art became 3 stick figures: Dad, Henry, Vera. When I saw that, I didn't know whether to feel relieved or heartbroken. I started coaching Henry's soccer team that year. Learned the game from YouTube videos and other dads who actually knew what they were doing. Henry loved it. Scored his first goal and ran to me on the sidelines instead of looking for his mom in the stands, because she was never in the stands. Through the grapevine, Felix, mostly, who still had mutual friends, I'd hear updates. Iris and Owen moved 2 states over. She changed jobs, something about working at a clinic to support his recovery. They posted photos together. Date nights. Weekend trips. Looking happy. I felt nothing when Felix told me this stuff. Empty. Like hearing news about a stranger. Year 3 started smooth. Henry made honor roll. Vera got into dance classes and loved them. I started dating, carefully. Nothing serious. A few dinners here and there. I wasn't ready to bring anyone into my kids' lives yet. Then 3 months ago, Felix called. You sitting down? He asked. I'm making breakfast. What's up? Owen died. I stopped mid-pour with the milk. What? Saw the obituary online. Different illness, not the cancer. He declined fast. Passed away 2 weeks ago. I set the milk down. Felt. What? Relief wasn't the right word. Closure, maybe. The chapter that Iris chose over us had ended. You okay? Felix asked. Yeah. I'm fine, and I was. I didn't tell the kids. Why would I? They didn't know Owen. Didn't know that story. It wasn't their burden. Life continued. I started seeing Corinne, a physical therapist I met through work. She was kind, patient, understood I came with baggage and 2 kids. We were taking it slow. Then last week, 7 days before Iris showed up at my door, I got a Facebook message request. I almost ignored it. Didn't recognize the name. But something made me click. Hi. This is Owen's sister, Monica. We met once years ago. I don't know if you remember. I don't know if you care, but I thought you should know. Iris has been asking about you. Asking if I know where you live now, what the kids' names are, if they're in school. She's broke and desperate. Owen's family didn't leave her anything. Thought you should know she's been asking questions. I stared at that message for a solid minute. Then I deleted it without responding. I should have taken it more seriously. Because 1 week later, Iris was standing on my porch with Owen's kid, nowhere to go, and the word writes in a text message like she had any claim to the life she abandoned. Wednesday morning, my phone started blowing up. New number. Text after text rolling in while I was making breakfast. Please just talk to me. I know you're angry, but we can work through this. The kids deserve to know their mother. I made mistakes, but I'm different now. I blocked the number. Poured Henry's cereal. Helped Vera tie her shoes. 10 minutes later, another number. More texts. You can't ignore me forever. I have a right to see my children. Owen would want me to fight for this. I blocked that one too. By lunchtime, I'd blocked 5 different numbers. She was using those texting apps, generating new numbers as fast as I could block them. Each message more desperate than the last. Thursday, I thought maybe she'd given up. Then my phone rang at 2:45. School. Never good when school calls during the day. Mr. P? The front office administrator, Mrs. Walsh. We have a situation. There's a woman here claiming to be Henry's mother. She's asking to pick him up early. My blood went cold. Don't let her near him. I'm on my way. I left the site I was inspecting, drove 15 minutes doing speeds I shouldn't admit to. Pulled into the school parking lot to find Iris arguing with Mrs. Walsh through the security glass at the front entrance. His mother. You can't keep me from my own son. I walked up behind her. Yeah, actually, they can. She spun around. Her eyes were wild, desperate. She'd aged years in just 3 days. You can't do this. You can't keep them from me. Watch me. I pulled out my phone, showed Mrs. Walsh the screen. Check your records. She's not on the approved pickup list. She hasn't been for 2 years. Mrs. Walsh nodded. Sir, I'm going to have to ask you to leave the premises, or I'll call security. Security? Iris laughed, high and brittle. For trying to see my children? You're not their mother anymore. I kept my voice level, calm. You quit that job 3 years ago. I didn't quit being their mother. You can't just erase me. You erased yourself. A security guard appeared, Mr. Patterson, retired cop who worked part-time for the district. Ma'am, you need to leave now. Iris looked between us, tears streaming. This isn't over. I'll get a lawyer. I'll fight this. Good luck with that. Mr. Patterson escorted her to her car. She sat there for 10 minutes, crying, before finally driving away. Inside, Mrs. Walsh pulled me aside. Henry saw some of that through the window. He's with the counselor now. Damn it. I found Henry in the counselor's office, looking small in the chair. Ms. Rodriguez sat across from him, speaking softly. Dad? Henry looked up when I came in. His voice was small. Who was that lady? I knelt down next to him. Ms. Rodriguez gave us privacy. Someone from a long time ago, I said. Nobody important. She said she was my mom. She was. Once. But she made choices that hurt our family, and now she's not part of our lives anymore. Henry was quiet for a moment. Then, is she going to come back? No. I won't let her. He nodded, trusting me in that complete way kids do. Okay. But I could see it in his eyes, the questions, the confusion, the reopened wounds. 3 years of healing, threatened by one desperate woman. Friday afternoon, my mom called. Iris contacted me on Facebook. Sent me a long message about wanting to reconcile, how she's changed, how she wants to be a mother again. What did you say? I told her she should have thought about that before walking out on her babies. Then I blocked her. Thanks, Mom. Your father wanted to drive over there and have words with her. I barely stopped him. 20 minutes later, Felix texted. Iris just called me. Don't worry, told her to lose my number. Saturday evening, I was grilling dinner in the backyard when I heard pounding on the front door. Loud. Aggressive. The kids were inside watching a movie. I walked through the house. Through the peephole, I could see Iris. She looked unhinged. Hair a mess, eyes red, the toddler wasn't with her. I know you're in there, she shouted. Open this door. We need to talk. I pulled out my phone, dialed 911. Open the door. More pounding. You can't keep hiding from me. I have rights. The Johnsons' front door opened across the street. Mrs. P came out onto her porch. Neighbors gathering. I have a right to see my children. You can't do this to me. The 911 operator answered. 911, what's your emergency? I need police at 814 Maple Street. My ex-wife is trespassing and won't leave my property. Iris heard me through the door. You're calling the cops? On the mother of your children? You're not their mother. Not anymore. 2 patrol cars arrived within 5 minutes. I stepped outside, showed them the divorce decree on my phone, full custody to me. Iris voluntarily relinquished all parental rights. Officer Grant took it all in. Then turned to Iris. Ma'am, you need to leave this property. He's alienating my children from me. That's parental alienation. Ma'am, according to this court order, you have no custody, no visitation rights. You need to leave, or I'll cite you for trespassing. This isn't right. Ma'am. Last warning. Iris looked at me one more time. Something in her eyes shifted. Not defeat. Something harder. Determined. Fine, she said. I'll leave. But this isn't over. She got in her car and drove away. Officer Grant handed me his card. If she comes back, call immediately. We'll have her arrested. Sunday was quiet. Too quiet. Monday morning, I got a certified letter. The return address was a law firm I didn't recognize. Jameson and Associates. I signed for it, waited until the kids left for school to open it. Notice of emergency custody evaluation. Petitioner, Iris P. Respondent, my name. Petitioner hereby files for emergency review of custody arrangements, claiming respondent is engaging in parental alienation and denying petitioner her fundamental rights to access her biological children. Petitioner seeks court-ordered reunification therapy and modification of custody decree. Court date, October 23, 10 a.m. 10 days away, she'd actually hired a lawyer. I called Thompson immediately. Read it to me, he said. I did. Long pause on his end. Okay. Don't panic. This is a Hail Mary. But we need to shut this down permanently. No more playing defense. What do you need from me? Everything. Every text, every interaction, every piece of documentation from the divorce. We're not just defending your custody. We're ending this for good. Thompson's office smelled like coffee and old leather. Tuesday morning, 9 a.m. I'd taken the day off work, arranged for my mom to handle school pickup. He had papers spread across his desk. 3 years of documentation. Coffee? He offered. I'm good. He sat down, folded his hands. Here's what we're dealing with. Iris hired a legal aid attorney. Jameson and Associates handle a lot of pro bono family cases. They're not bad, but they're not expensive either. Which tells me she's broke and desperate. That's not my problem. No, it's not. But desperate people make noise. They file motions, they make claims, they hope something sticks. He pulled out a yellow legal pad. Her petition claims you're engaging in parental alienation. That you've turned the kids against her. That she's been trying to reconnect but you've blocked her at every turn. I have blocked her, as is your legal right. But we need to show the court why. He clicked his pen. Walk me through the divorce. Start to finish. I did. Told him everything. Owen, the terminal diagnosis that wasn't terminal, Iris leaving, the divorce proceedings, her voluntary relinquishment of custody. Thompson took notes. She signed a notarized statement, correct? Yeah. Your predecessor had her write it out. Something about making sure there was no ambiguity. Smart. Do you have a copy? Should be in the file. He dug through papers, pulled out a document. Started reading aloud. I, Iris P., am voluntarily relinquishing all custody and parental rights to my children, Henry and Vera. I understand the consequences of this decision. No one has coerced or pressured me. I am making this choice of my own free will to move forward with my life. He looked up. Signed, dated, notarized. This is gold. So we're good? We're better than good. But I want to bury this. No appeals, no future attempts, nothing. We're getting a permanent restraining order and a court declaration that she has zero parental claims. Ever. He pulled out his laptop. Show me the texts. I scrolled through my phone, showed him the blocked numbers, the dozens of messages from the past week. Thompson photographed each one with his phone. I have rights, he read aloud. That's going to backfire on her spectacularly. Any communication with the kids? Cards, letters, gifts, nothing. 3 years of complete silence until last week. Child support payments? She was never ordered to pay any. We waived it as part of the settlement. So she's contributed nothing, financially or emotionally, for 3 years? Correct. Thompson made more notes. The school incident. Did they file a report? Mrs. Walsh documented everything. I can get a copy. Do that. We need it. Also, I want statements from your parents and your brother. Anyone who witnessed the original abandonment and can testify to her state of mind at the time. My mom will do it. She's still furious. Good. Angry grandmothers make excellent witnesses. He leaned back. Now, Iris is going to claim she was suffering from mental health issues when she left. Depression, maybe postpartum, something that affected her judgment. It's the only place she has. Vera was 3. Postpartum doesn't last 3 years, I know. But she'll try. Do you remember if she saw a doctor during that time? Any mental health treatment? I thought back. She had regular checkups. Dr. Morrison, her primary care. Never mentioned anything about depression or therapy. Can we subpoena those records? If you need to. Thompson made a note. We will. If there's no documented mental illness, her claim falls apart. He pulled up something on his computer. I also did some digging. Found Iris's old social media before she deleted everything. He turned the laptop toward me. Screenshots. Photos of Iris and Owen. Dates, captions. One from 4 months after she left, starting my new life. No regrets. Sometimes you have to follow your heart even when it's hard. Another from 6 months after, celebrating Owen's remission. Miracles happen. #grateful #new beginnings. These are admissible? I asked. Absolutely. They show clear, deliberate choice. No signs of mental distress. She was thriving, posting about her new life, celebrating. He clicked to another screenshot. This one's my favorite. It was from a year after she left. Iris and Owen at some beach. Big smiles. Caption, 1 year with my soulmate. Best decision I ever made. I felt nothing looking at it. Just evidence. Her old friends, Thompson said. The ones who knew her then. Any of them willing to talk? Maybe. Felix might know. Get me names. I want people who can testify she was lucid, excited, making clear decisions. The more witnesses, the better. We spent 2 more hours going through everything. Bank records showing she'd withdrawn $15,000 from their joint savings after leaving, voluntarily, no coercion. The quitclaim deed she'd signed for the house. Her signature on the custody agreement, clear and steady. This is the most open and shut case I've seen in years, Thompson finally said. But I want to be thorough. Court's in 8 days. I'm filing our counter motion today, request for permanent restraining order and termination of any residual parental claims. What are her chances? Of winning? 0. Of getting visitation? 0. Of getting anything? He shook his head. She voluntarily walked away from her kids for 3 years. The court doesn't reward that. I stood to leave. Thompson stopped me. One more thing. She's going to try to talk to you. Outside the courthouse, before the hearing, wherever she can corner you. Don't engage. Not one word. Anything you say can be twisted. I won't. And prepare yourself. She's going to be emotional. Crying, begging, maybe bringing the kid. It's a tactic. Don't fall for it. I won't, I repeated. That night, I sat the kids down. Kept it simple. There's going to be a court hearing next week, I told them. Remember that lady from last week? She's trying to cause problems, but I'm handling it. You're safe. Nothing's going to change. Henry, always the perceptive one, is she trying to take us away? No. She can't. And she won't. Vera hugged me. I don't want to go anywhere. You're not going anywhere, sweetheart. I promise. The week crawled by. Thompson kept me updated, filed the counter motion, subpoenaed Iris's medical records, lined up witnesses. My mom and Felix both gave statements. Even Mrs. Walsh from the school submitted a report about the incident. Friday night, 2 days before court, I couldn't sleep. Lay in bed running through scenarios. What if the judge was sympathetic? What if Iris had some angle we didn't see? Then I remembered Henry's face when he asked if she was trying to take them away. The fear in his voice. No. This ended Monday. Permanently. Saturday, Thompson called. We have a problem. My stomach dropped. What? Iris just hired co-counsel. Walter Grisham. He's expensive, one of the best family lawyers in the state. I don't know how she's affording him, but he doesn't take cases unless he thinks he can win something. You said this was open and shut. It is. But Grisham wouldn't sign on unless he found an angle. He filed a supplemental brief an hour ago. Claims he has new evidence that changes everything. What evidence? He didn't specify. We'll find out Monday morning. Court's in 48 hours. Monday morning. Family court, 3rd floor. The hallway smelled like floor cleaner and anxiety. Thompson met me outside courtroom 3B. Ready? Let's end this. We walked in. Small room, wood paneling, fluorescent lights. Judge's bench at the front. Iris sat at the plaintiff's table with 2 lawyers, her legal aid attorney and Walter Grisham. Expensive suit, silver hair, leather briefcase. He looked like he charged $500 an hour. Iris wouldn't look at me. She'd dressed up, blazer, dress pants, makeup covering the exhaustion. Professional. Put together. Calculated. All rise. Judge Patricia Moreno entered. 60-something, sharp eyes, no-nonsense expression. I'd looked her up over the weekend. 20 years on the family bench. Reputation for cutting through BS. We sat. The bailiff called the case. Grisham stood first. Smooth, confident. Your Honor, my client Iris P. is seeking restoration of parental rights and visitation with her biological children, Henry and Vera. Mrs. P. suffered from severe, undiagnosed postpartum depression following the birth of her daughter. This condition, combined with the trauma of learning her former partner was terminally ill, created a mental health crisis that impaired her judgment and decision making. He walked toward the bench. 3 years ago, while in this compromised mental state, Mrs. P made decisions she deeply regrets. She left her family, not out of malice or abandonment, but because she was unwell and unable to recognize the severity of her actions. Thompson didn't move. Just took notes. Grisham continued. Mrs. P has since received psychiatric treatment and has been formally diagnosed with delayed onset trauma response. She's seeking to restore the mother-child relationship that was severed during her illness. She's not asking to disrupt the children's lives, merely to begin supervised visitation and reunification therapy. He placed a document on the judge's bench. We've submitted a psychiatric evaluation completed 3 weeks ago by Dr. Lawrence Phillips, a licensed clinical psychologist, confirming Mrs. P's diagnosis and her current fitness for parenting. Judge Moreno glanced at the evaluation. 3 weeks ago? Yes, Your Honor. Mrs. P only recently came to understand the depth of her past mental health struggles. So this diagnosis is retroactive? Based on her recollection of events from 3 years ago, Dr. Phillips conducted a thorough evaluation. I can read, Mr. Grisham. I'm asking when the actual symptoms were documented. Grisham hesitated. The original symptoms were not formally documented at the time. I see. Judge Moreno set the evaluation aside. Mr. Thompson? Thompson stood. Calm, methodical. Your Honor, Ms. P is attempting to retroactively claim mental illness to justify abandoning her children for 3 years. Let's look at the facts. He approached with a folder. Exhibit A, Ms. P's notarized statement from the divorce proceedings. He read aloud, I am voluntarily relinquishing all custody and parental rights. I understand the consequences. No one has coerced me. I am making this choice of my own free will. He placed it on the bench. Signed, dated, witnessed by her attorney at the time. No mention of mental health concerns. Exhibit B, medical records from Dr. Morrison, Ms. P's primary care physician. Ms. P had 2 appointments in the year before leaving, routine checkups. No complaints of depression, anxiety, or any mental health issues. No referrals to psychiatrists or therapists. Grisham started to stand. Judge Moreno waved him down. Thompson continued. Exhibit C, text messages from Ms. P 2 weeks after leaving. He read from his phone, I feel free. Like I can finally breathe. The kids will understand when they're older. Another text, I chose you. I chose us. No regrets. These are not the words of someone in mental distress, Your Honor. These are the words of someone making a deliberate choice. Exhibit D, social media posts. Thompson pulled out printed screenshots. 4 months after leaving, starting my new life. No regrets. 6 months after, celebrating Owen's remission. Miracles happen. 1 year after, best decision I ever made. He let that sit for a moment. Ms. P didn't seek psychiatric help until 3 weeks ago, right before filing this petition. Convenient timing. Judge Moreno studied the documents. Ms. P, can you explain the 3-year gap? No birthday cards, no phone calls, no child support, no contact whatsoever? Iris stood, shaky. I was trying to get my life together. I thought it would be easier for them if I stayed away. Easier for them or easier for you? Silence. Ms. P, you moved out of state with another man. You had a child with him. You posted on social media about how happy you were. You signed legal documents voluntarily relinquishing your parental rights. Now, 3 years later, after that man passed away and you have nowhere else to go, you want back into your children's lives? I made a mistake. You made a choice. A deliberate, documented, legally binding choice. Judge Moreno's voice was firm. I've been on this bench for 20 years. I've seen genuine cases of mental illness affecting parental judgment. This is not that. She looked at Thompson. Petition denied. The existing custody arrangement stands. Furthermore, I'm granting Mr. Thompson's countermotion. 2-year restraining order. Ms. P is prohibited from contacting the children or coming within 500 feet of their home or school. Grisham stood. Your Honor, we'd like to. Sit down, Mr. Grisham. There's nothing to appeal here. Ms. P walked away from her children. The law doesn't reward that. We're done. The gavel came down. Outside, Iris caught me at the courthouse steps. Grabbed my arm. Grisham and her other lawyer were already gone. Please, she said. The professionalism from the courtroom was gone. Raw desperation now. I have nowhere to go. Owen's family won't help me. I can't afford. The toddler was with her now, fussy, pulling at her coat. What am I supposed to do? I looked at her. Really looked at her. The woman I'd married was gone. This stranger just happened to share history with me. I pulled my arm free. 3 years ago, when you walked out that door, I was exactly where you are now. Devastated. Alone. Figuring out how to raise 2 kids by myself. You know what I did? She tried to interrupt. I kept talking. I had to explain to a 6-year-old why his mother didn't love him enough to stay. I had to hold a 3-year-old who kept asking when mommy was coming home. I didn't have anyone to run to. No backup plan. Just 2 kids, a mortgage, and a shattered life. I know I messed up. You didn't mess up. You made a choice. You chose a dying man over your living children. You bet everything on a fantasy. You lost. That's not my problem. But what about, she gestured to the toddler. That child is a consequence of your choices. Henry and Vera are consequences of mine. You walked away from your kids. Now raise the one you chose to have. Her face crumpled. Please. No. I walked to my car. Didn't look back. 2 months later, life was normal again. Henry made honor roll, we celebrated with pizza and arcade games. Vera nailed her dance recital. I'd been seeing Corinne for 6 weeks now. Taking it slow, but good. Through Felix, I heard Iris moved 3 states away. Working retail. Living with roommates. No more contact attempts. One night, Vera asked, Dad, do you think our mom ever thinks about us? I'd had 3 years to figure out how to answer questions like this. Maybe she does. But what matters isn't who thinks about you, it's who shows up for you. And I will always, always show up. She hugged me. I know, Henry, from the couch, we're good, Dad, and we were. That night, phone in hand, I deleted the last blocked numbers from Iris. Didn't need them anymore. Some bridges don't get rebuilt. Some doors stay closed. Some people don't get second chances, not because you're cruel, but because you've learned your peace matters more than their guilt. Iris wanted forgiveness. I gave her something better, consequences. She made her bed. Now she gets to lie in it. And me? I'm making breakfast for my kids tomorrow, coaching soccer on Saturday, and building a life with people who chose to stay. Thank you so much for watching until the end. If you really like our videos, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day.